Good morning. Before we get into this morning's update, let's go over quick talking points here about what's going on in the market. First, XRP has done exactly what we expected yesterday. We did not think we were ready to break down. I did an impromptu live at about 11 a.m. yesterday, and we did the normal live at 6:30 p.m. and we talked about a lot yesterday, and I don't want to talk about the past tense because we could have a lot of new people in here, but we talked about how it looked like a bear trap, and it looked like we should be having continuation up still. At least that was our interpretation of what we were seeing in the charts. Right now, it makes perfect sense for XRP to at least come back up and try to retest that 61.2 cents. That's the rising channel resistance. And then if we can push past that, we should be pushing up towards the cup and handle resistance right at about 63.8 cents. The big news that we made yesterday, according to the charts, is that we came back down, beautifully back tested the 2018 resistance, and now we've flipped it, at least right now, until it's invalidated to a support. And that's huge. Right now, that's huge. If this bounces off of this and we're actually playing off of this as support, right now, the 200-day and the 30-minute is now rode right up to that 57.6 cents. And that is, as of right now, if you look at this formation, we are currently in the process of flipping this from resistance to support, and if it holds, we could have a volatile move to the top side. Our next big move would be up to 67.7 cents, and you'd have to test that uptrending resistance in this pattern formation that it created right on the support slash resistance structure. Underneath, if we did fall through, we have 54.1 cents, and that's the uptrending support that we created on this, what looks like a little bit of a, it's a bullish consolidation if it breaks out. We already had the breakdown, but the fact we came back into this pattern formation, we're back above the 2018 resistance, leads credence to the fact that we could have something starting here. And we'll find out a lot here in the next 15-20 minutes during this update. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. It is very important you hit that like button so we can get as many people as possible to watch this update. By you hitting that like button, it simply means that I pop up in the YouTube news feeds. So when you're scrolling through YouTube, my content pops up on within your news feed, whether you've ever seen my content or not. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update, and it'll allow me to continue to grow my viewing audience. So make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, August 10th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. We'll also take a look at XLM today as well. As XRP's up 3.5% on the day. XLM's approaching that 2% mark. So at least I feel very good about what we talked about in our technical analysis yesterday. I feel very good about the input from the audience, and I feel very good about where we're sitting now. Yesterday, we even said that Bitcoin was in a bear trap. There's no way it was continuing down with the rotation it was at. And that was when it was down here under 60,000, near 59,700 in yesterday early live. And it's playing out perfectly now. And if you look at this, and we speculated yesterday, and we would have to get over 62,100 to make this valid and start pushing towards that 50,000 or 65,800. But yesterday we speculated, what if that's the inverse left arm? It came down to a head. And now what if with that V-shaped recovery, this is how it's going to push out? That's the speculation. I mean, look at this beautiful pull up here. That's a V-shaped recovery, the consolidation. This very well might bring us all the way back to 73K. Yes, the next level, 62,100, we get on top of it. And then Bitcoin can make some serious move. These are V-shaped recoveries for all intents and purposes, and those are bullish recoveries. Very bullish recoveries. And it's not just you know, some of the altcoins looking this way. It looks like universally, even with Bitcoin, we're looking at the same thing. So just real quick, if Bitcoin pushes up, which we're starting to right now, and it plays bullish, unless it, you know, reverses back down, obviously, we've got over the top. If it plays through 62,139, and then if you break that, you've got 65,615, which could be an end result of this pattern possibly. But if it comes all the way back to the top, it's at 69,740. And then if Bitcoin were to actually break out of this, we've got some top end numbers, but we do have a technical target that we would try to hit around 72,000. And that is a liquidation zone for short traders. There's over $6 billion if we get near 73K. That would be liquidated on the Bitcoin side. So pay very close attention to that. We will get to a bit of reading in just a second about how XRP has surpassed Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana combined in this metric. So we'll talk about that. But I do want to touch base here real quick on the charts. We've looked at it a little bit for a few minutes, but just a little bit longer here. So for XLM, our critical levels that we've talked about this for a few days, it did come back down and retest the support structure around 9.9, came a little bit below that. Right now we need to hold the 10.14. I am still in my leverage trade. I added to it a little bit, so I'm pretty nicely in the money right now. I initially opened it at 9.9 area, but it went down to like 9.5, 9.4, so I opened up more. And right now my average is at about 9.6, so I'm sitting pretty here right now. I was going to do that same one on HOTCOIN, but they don't offer XLM in the spot trading. You can only, or I mean in the futures trading, so you can't buy leverage on a HOTCOIN for XLM. You can only buy spot. So, but make sure if you're looking to trade, get your trading situation right. Video description below and our pinned comments. You've got HOTCOIN and our BITUNIX, both fantastic choices. That's all I'm going to say. Fantastic choices. Get your money situated. No KYC or VPN needed. You don't even need to do a KYC unless you send or receive from a bank account. So make sure you're there. They're always around in high times of volatility. Very low leverage and spot fees. So you can get it right on the exchanges. And I highly encourage both of those. Are the ones I use so that I can swing trade. I can buy my spot. I can long hold anything I need to do without the exorbitant fee. So we're looking at the 10.14 cent mark for XLM. Fantastic recovery this morning, though. Fantastic recovery this morning. And if we push out here, we could very well use this as a big W reversal. So we're going to be looking to hold the 10.14 area as the bottom line. So that's the resistance support area for XLM. So take that for what it's worth. Make sure you use that information. I know it's the early morning here, so sometimes we do consolidate back down. But the good news is, last night, 12 o'clock, we were down here around 56.7. So, Friday night we were down there. Last night, after we went up to 59.3, we came back down to 58.3. And now we're starting to push up. 60.1 is that resistance we're at. But we are looking a little more healthy this morning. It's just, let's see where we're at in about an hour from now. Because a lot of times we get these little rallies coming into the morning, and then we'll notice that as some of the U.S. wakes up, especially in the Eastern time zone, Pacific Standard Time starts waking up, we sometimes get that volatility back to the downside just to retest a little bit. Nothing more, nothing less, but that's what we end up getting. So let's take a look in the smaller time frames, how we're looking on the RSI. RSI is a little oversold in the 30. 15's pretty oversold. 5 minute looks like we're going to have a small correction this morning like we typically do. So if you're asking me what I'm expecting right now, with the volatility in the early trading hour, we're going to see what kind of volatility we have. I would expect a little bit of downward pressure here just because we came up a little bit. We do like to do this kind of stuff in the morning. And right now, I decided, because I'm doing this update, I got my phone just now, if you wonder why I paused it for a minute. And I cashed out of my XLM position. It was up $200 right now. So I cashed out at 1017 just because it's the early morning. And right when I said that, I realized we usually do have a little bit of consolidation here. So if it goes above where I sold it, it's fine because I can just buy back in. But I want to see how we react to this 10.14 level. And plus, going to bed, doing what I did yesterday, making a couple $100, it's exactly what I wanted to do. So now we'll see how this reacts. It was in my best interest because we had come down so far, and you start tying in a position the moment it comes up into a good profitable area and it's at that support resistance area. I like to reset. So now if we can hold 10.14, we could definitely reset here. But it just looked like that normal flow that we have in the morning. So I decided to get out ahead of this when we had this push up here. I should have did it there. Didn't have my phone. Even should have did it there, but I went and got my phone when it was at 1177. And then it sold out at 1171. Not saying it's the best sale, but it hit exactly where I wanted it on a leverage trade. Like I said, I had to go all the way down to 9.4. Possibly a little bit, or what was it, 9? Because it had a hefty little drop here that I had to, 9.86 it came down to, and I kept buying it down, and I had it, my lowest buy at 9.92, so I had to buy it all the way through. So now I feel good because now I can reset, and if this pattern continues, I can reinvest, but with the traditional purchase area. Anyhow, that's what we're looking at this morning. And then with XRP, we're at 59.7, looking very good. But now, as we know, when we have these little moves up, we usually consolidate just a little bit. 5 minute looks a little bearish, but it could just come down here to 59.29 to retest that 5 minute support. 30 minute looks pretty good. 45 minute did have a nice push out. And it looks like we could be starting something here, which is very interesting. Hopefully we don't have to come back to 579, and now we can just start pushing. I hope we get hot here. I really do. 5 minute, yeah, the 5 minute is what it is. But I hope we get hot here. I hope we get hot and we start pushing up. Could we have a little bit more of a back test? I'm trying to show you the support areas for for XRP and XLM. Now XLM in the 5 minute looks like it put in a reversal candle all of a sudden. Okay, maybe I made a perfect sale there with XLM. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not too worried either way. I don't ever look at lost money even if it goes up, because you put money in your pocket, that's a win. XRP has surpassed Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana combined in this metric. The long-standing legal battle between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has finally made significant progress in court, and the case may be nearing its end. With the surge for XRP as expected, this development revitalized interest in XRP. Ripple's native cryptocurrency, which is in turn led to a noticeable surge in XRP's activity across the crypto industry. On-chain data reveals a surge in the number of transactions and trading volume for XRP in major cryptocurrency exchanges. One of the most noteworthy instances of this trend can be seen on the South Korean exchange Upbit, where XRP trading volume has surged dramatically. This surge has been so pronounced that XRP's trading volume on Upbit has eclipsed that of major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. The price of XRP experienced a rapid surge in the immediate aftermath of a pivotal court ruling by Judge Annalisa Perez, a decision that Ripple executives and the community interpreted as a positive outcome for the payments technology company. As reported by Bitcoinist, the federal judge ordered Ripple to pay $125 million in civil penalties to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which is significantly lower than the $2 billion initially sought by the regulator. In reactions, XRP surged from 50 to 63.68 cents in less than 2 hours. According to data from CoinMarketCap, the sharp increase in value was accompanied by an extraordinary spike in trading activity, particularly on the South Korean-based exchange Upbit. During this period, Upbit's trading volume reached an astounding 746 million XRP, valued at over 610 billion KRW within a 24-hour time frame. At the height of this trading frenzy, XRP accounted for more than 30% of the total volume on the exchange. This huge trading volume was enough to account for 14% of the total transactions worldwide after the court ruling. Chad Steinographer, a fervent XRP enthusiast, shared this statistic on social media X platform. Crazy statistic indeed. Look at that. BitHump, another prominent cryptocurrency exchange in South Korea, also witnessed a dramatic increase in XRP trading volume. The altcoin's trading volume surged past other major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, accounting for 22% of the total trading volume on the exchange. The recent ruling means XRP is now free from the burden of the lawsuit that has hampered its price growth for the past 4 years. However, despite this positive development, the case could still continue to cast a shadow over XRP if SEC decides to appeal at the ruling. An appeal could extend the legal proceedings, thereby prolonging the uncertainty that has followed its price performance. At the time of writing, XRP is trading at 60.4 cents, down a little bit at about 59.5 cents. The recent price surge means the cryptocurrency has broken out of a descending triangle pattern. Again, according to a recent technical analysis, a significant breakout from this pattern could translate into an extended XRP price surge into all-time highs. That's a bit... I mean, if it continued truthfully and it went all the way up, sure. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about before all-time highs. Right now, the fear and greed index is at 40 right now is fear. It'll update in 11 hours and 16 minutes and 42 seconds. Yesterday was neutral. Last week was fear. Last month was fear, but we had extreme fear just a couple days ago, down to, I believe we hit 14. We had 17 on August 6th. We were in extreme fear, and now it looks like we're consolidating to push up to another layer possibly. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out, but definitely very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff here. And if you're watching every single day, I think you're going to learn a lot. You're going to make a lot of money too, and you can just take small swing trades, as I very clearly showed. So 61.28 cents looks to be the next resistance. That is the rising channel resistance. Above that at 63.8 cents, as it's coming down ever so slowly on that downtrending resistance, is the cup and handle resistance. The technical target out of the cup and handle is somewhere near $1.14 if we played it true. Now, if we broke up over the handle, we would have to make it over that 85.89 cents to confirm this. And I know that's a big leap, but that's the rising channel resistance. Once you break that, all you have is last year's swing high of 93 cents. And then our technical target is $1.18 off of this cup and handle if we break bullish. So very, very opportunistic if XRP does what it needs to do. And right now we're just going through that small consolidatory moment, remember. That's it. We'll see if we have some staying power here. But XRP, you know, it's a little consolidation. 4 hourly looks fine. It's just the last couple of minutes. And it's nothing major. We just had a couple minutes here where the U.S. is going to start waking up. Some people might see a little profit. They seen it over 60 cents and they said, I'm going to take it. I seen a perfect reversal about to start in the 5 minute. And that's where they consolidated down. Now, if there is a nice reversal here, I didn't want to say I see a perfect one and then it showed it, but I was going to say I see a perfect reversal in the 5 minute, and then the 5 minute ended. Now, whether or not it plays off of this and goes bullish, it can do one of two things. It can continue down, and then we can retest the 59.93, or we can just start playing off of this right now. The 45 minute is bullish right now. It's an engulfing candle. It's just we had a big wick pull down. So our job here in the 45 is we don't want to have an exhaustion candle here. So we want to break back up over 60.2 cents and prove that this is an exhaustion wick. Sometimes you get exhaustion wicks. They give you the engulf and then they just squeeze back down as the candle goes. That's what we're trying to avoid this morning. That's what we're trying to avoid this morning as the U.S. comes online, and we might get some weak hands here this morning as they see a 3% rise, and they're like, you know what, I better take advantage of this. This is what we're going to try to push to. Usually around 8:45 to 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. on the Eastern Standard Time, we have a little bit of downward volatility if we've been moving up overnight, or we have upward volatility if we've been moving down overnight. So right now is the time of volatility. So this is usually where you can capitalize on your highest gain set, and then we see what the day has to come from. So right now, Bitcoin, as we talked about, 62,139 is that resistance area. If we break back down, we have a pivot point resistance or support level right here, and this would have been the inverse head and shoulders if it wouldn't have broke down initially. But now we can see Bitcoin's trying to tease that inverse head and shoulders on a V-shaped recovery, it looks like. So it's either we come down to 58,400 on a breakdown if we break through 59,500, or we push our way up to 62,139. Personally, I hope we don't take the bearish move right now, but I know what usually happens in the morning, so I'm just giving you that heads up. But other than that, we're looking pretty good unless we break down those areas. So we're looking bullish until we're not. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I appreciate you tuning into this update with me on this early morning on this Saturday at 8:47 a.m. But I'm going to release this now. Make sure if you made it until the end, hashtag Be Better, Do Better in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And share this on social media, as it's very, very important. XLM, unfortunately, is below that 10.14 cent, which is a major pivot point. So if we want XLM to continue moving, we got to get back over that and move universally. By no means have we broken down yet. You just have to pay attention to the cautious levels. And if you appreciate my work, consider sending one YouTube super chat per month or joining Tom's Army. Have a blessed day, everybody.